Here's a question that's keeping a lot of smart, financially minded Americans up at night right now. Where should I actually live? Not where your parents told you to settle down, not where your college friends happen to land, but where? If you were optimizing your life like a portfolio, would you actually put your money, your time, and your energy? Because here's the thing, where you live is one of the most powerful financial decisions you will ever make. It determines your taxes, your cost of living, your access to opportunity, your quality of life. And in 2025, the rules of the game have changed significantly. So today, we're ranking the 7 best places to move in the United States right now, using cold, hard financial data. We're talking income taxes, housing affordability, job market growth, and quality of life. Stay until the end because number 1 might genuinely surprise you. Number 7, Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Let's start with a city that quietly became one of the most desirable metros in America. Raleigh-Durham sits inside what locals call the Research Triangle, a tech and biotech corridor anchored by Duke, UNC Chapel Hill, and NC State. In 2024, North Carolina saw a net inflow of over 100,000 residents, the 5th highest in the nation. And that migration is telling you something. North Carolina has a flat state income tax rate of 4.5% in 2025, dropping further to 3.99% by 2026. Median home prices in Raleigh sit around $390,000. That's nearly half what you'd pay in comparable coastal metros. And the job market? Apple, Google, and a dozen major pharmaceutical companies have all set up operations here in the last 5 years. If you're in tech, healthcare, or finance and you're tired of being taxed and priced out, Raleigh-Durham is your move. Number 6, Nashville, Tennessee. No state income tax. Read that again. Tennessee is one of only 9 states with 0 personal income tax, and Nashville is its crown jewel. The city has attracted a staggering number of corporate relocations. Oracle, Amazon, and AllianceBernstein have all moved major operations there. Nashville's population has grown by over 40% in the last decade. And while home prices have risen, median is now around $430,000, they are still dramatically below what you'd pay in a New York or Los Angeles equivalent. The nightlife and culture angle is almost secondary. What matters financially is this: a high earner keeping an extra 5 to 10% of their income just by changing their zip code. Over a career, that compounds into real generational wealth. Number 5, Scottsdale, Arizona. Arizona has been quietly executing a financial arbitrage play for years, and Scottsdale is the premium version of that story. Arizona's flat income tax rate was reduced to 2.5% in 2023, one of the lowest flat rates in the country. Scottsdale in particular has become a magnet for high net worth individuals, financial services firms, and remote executives who want the lifestyle of a resort city without California prices. Year-round sunshine, a booming healthcare and financial sector, and a metro that continues to attract Fortune 500 headquarters. In 2025, the Phoenix Metro, which includes Scottsdale, remains one of the fastest growing in the nation. The caveat: heat. Summers in Scottsdale can hit 115 degrees, but if you can work remotely, many residents simply leave for 2 months. That's a first world problem worth considering. Number 4, Austin, Texas. You've heard about Austin, but here's what the headlines miss. Yes, Texas has no state income tax. Yes, Austin has attracted Tesla, Dell, Samsung, and hundreds of tech startups. But what makes Austin particularly compelling in 2025 is what's happened to its housing market correction. After a frenzied pandemic run-up, Austin home prices have pulled back roughly 12 to 15% from their 2022 peak. That means the opportunity window, buying at a relative discount in a city with long-term structural demand, is open right now. The job market remains exceptional. The University of Texas creates a constant talent pipeline, and the cultural scene, music, food, outdoor recreation, gives it a livability score that few cities in its price range can match. The trade-off, property taxes in Texas are high, averaging around 1.7 to 2% of assessed value annually. Run those numbers carefully before you buy.
Number 3. Tampa, Florida. Florida is a no-income tax state. That's well known. But Tampa specifically deserves attention that Miami often steals. Tampa's median home price is around $380,000, roughly half of Miami's. But it shares the same tax advantages, the same year-round weather, and an increasingly sophisticated job market anchored in finance, healthcare, and defense. Tampa has been quietly building a startup ecosystem, with significant venture investment flowing into the region over the past 3 years. It also ranks as one of the best cities for small business owners. Yes, Florida has hurricane risk, and flood insurance costs have risen materially, something you must factor into your total housing cost calculation. But for the financially minded American who wants warm weather, no state income tax, and room to build without Manhattan prices, Tampa is hard to beat. Number 2. Boise, Idaho. This one surprises people, but the data is unambiguous. Boise has topped multiple national rankings for economic growth, job creation, and quality of life over the past 5 years. Idaho's state income tax was reduced and simplified, currently sitting at a flat 5.8%, and the overall cost of living remains significantly below the national average for a metro of its quality. Boise punches above its weight in outdoor access. You're 30 minutes from world-class skiing and hiking. The tech sector has expanded dramatically, and the city maintains a small-town feel with big city ambitions. For remote workers, entrepreneurs, or anyone looking to stretch their dollar while maintaining a high quality of life, Boise is one of the most underrated financial moves in America right now. Number 1. Houston, Texas, here it is. And yes, we're putting it at number 1, and not for the reasons you think. Houston is the 4th largest city in the United States. It has no state income tax, no city income tax, and one of the most affordable housing markets of any major American metropolitan area. The median home price in Houston hovers around $300,000, a number that is almost incomprehensible if you've been living in a coastal city. But what makes Houston uniquely compelling in 2025 is its economic diversification. It's still the energy capital of the world, but it has aggressively expanded into aerospace, healthcare, biotech, and logistics. The Houston Medical Center is the largest in the world. NASA's Johnson Space Center is headquartered there. SpaceX's Starbase is a short drive south. Houston is a city where a dual-income household earning $180,000 combined can live genuinely well, own a 4-bedroom home, drive a nice car, take real vacations, and still save and invest aggressively. That equation is nearly impossible to replicate on the coasts. The trade-offs are real: humidity, flooding risk in certain zones, traffic, and a lack of the aesthetic polish of some other cities on this list. But if your goal is financial optimization with a high quality of life, Houston delivers. Look, where you live isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a financial strategy. Every city on this list represents a different set of trade-offs between taxes, cost of living, career opportunity, and quality of life. The smartest money move you can make isn't always about what you invest in. Sometimes it's about where you plant your flag. If you found this valuable, subscribe. We publish financial strategy content every week designed for people who take their money seriously. And drop a comment. Which city are you considering, or which one surprised you most? See you in the next one.